Well, go on, everybody. Welcome back to TG Inside Jamaica TV. Yeah, man, you don't know your go-to place to everything Jamaica, of course. I'm your boy TG, and first let me say a warm welcome to all my viewers, subscribers, and all the people who've been, joining a part of this movement. I really want to say I appreciate having you all over here. Thanks for liking, thanks for sharing, and especially thanks for sharing your thoughts in our comments section. We really appreciate the fact that you are appreciative of what we do, that the issues that we talk about are of concern to you, because we see it in the things that you are saying, and we really appreciate that. Thanks for coming on board. Now, if you haven't watched our previous videos, this is the third one in a set where we've been talking about young people in the Western Hanover region, and we're talking about how we can help them, how we can assist them, how we can get young people to get better outcomes, make better decisions, find better solutions. So this is what this video is about. This third video is basically us giving them solutions that can work. These solutions are things that can help them, assist them in having a better impact with their families, with their friends, with their communities, and of course, with the wider society at large. So we just want to share these points with them. And if you have a young nephew or a son or a cousin or a friend, definitely remember to share these videos with them so that this content can go out there and be amongst them. Now, the first point that we want to touch on as it comes to these solutions are these techniques that young people can utilize to get better results. We have to touch on mistakes. And we start there because it's important for young people to understand that, as you grow through life, you aren't perfect. Nobody is. So you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make decisions that you turn around and regret sometimes, or you turn around and realize that you made the wrong choice at the time. And sometimes you get to fix it, So this is why it is important to recognize that you will make mistakes. And once you're able to recognize that you'll make mistakes, then you need to be more open-minded to what comes next. And the second point, which is what comes next after you've made the mistakes, is accepting criticism and correction. As you will need to be able to accept these if you want to have positive growth and development into becoming a better person. Try to remember, not all criticism is about people being bad mind or jealous or just want to be negative about what you are about or who you are. A lot of the criticism you're going to receive is from people who genuinely care about you, who genuinely want to see the best things for you. But they see you're going along a path that they know doesn't lead to, the right outcomes or the good outcomes. So of course, people will criticize certain actions. And also you have to remember that people won't always see your perspective. People won't always see things the way you see them. So it's important for you to be able to accept criticism, and correction. Now, once you are able to accept these things, or you are able to take them on board, you need to look around and realize that it's not just you that this criticism is aimed at. The world isn't against you. Everyone is imperfect. So everyone else is making mistakes at some point in their life, and they face the same criticism that you did too, or that you are doing now, right? So it's important to remind yourself of that, because then you won't feel as if this is an isolated issue and everyone is at you. You realize that no, all these people who are trying to talk to me, all these people who are saying these things, they are saying it to me because they value me. just like they value the other people that they've been talking to. It's not just my actions that they are coming about. Then you realize that it's not just about you. It's just a collective that people are talking about. The next point I want to touch on. It's okay to be yourself. And what I mean by this is, a lot of times as we are growing up, we tend to emulate, copy, look around at, what our friends are doing, what seems popular, what people seem to be gravitating to, and we think, if we do the same things, we're gonna be as popular as them, or we're gonna be liked, or we're gonna feel more welcome, we're gonna feel more connected to whatever is happening. We're gonna feel as if we are a part of the group. And this happens to everyone during the growing years. And even adults at times, we still fall into the same trap. So it's not just young people, this. But it is important for us to recognize, as young people, it's important that you recognize that being yourself is the best thing you can actually do. And I say that because I've been there and I've managed to stay on a path where being myself has made me stand out more. Because if you think about it, if you have 10 fruits and all of them are red, they're all 10 fruits and every one of them red, there's no standout. But if you have one yellow, one black, one green, one blue, then you have that diverse array of colors. So each one stands out for a specific thing. And that's how you have to see yourself in society. That you are here to play a specific role. You are here as a specific individual. And you need to embrace that. So definitely, it is okay to be yourself. And while it's okay to be yourself, you also have to value yourself. Value who you are. Value the things that you stand up for. The good things. Value them. But yourself, definitely. Value and appreciate who you are a lot. Because you are important. You are a vital part of your family, the community that you live in, and the society at large. But you can only fulfill your role. You can only live up to the expectations that you place on yourself, or reach and realize the dreams and aspirations that you have if you value yourself and recognize the value that you have to contribute to society. So definitely, value yourselves more. Next point, you need to be able to learn from others. And when I say others, this goes right across the board. Not just the older people, not just your friends where you go around all the time. Even the youngsters, even the ones who are way younger than you. Be open-minded enough to recognize the value in things that people say and do. That you can take the best points away from that. Think about it like, if you're gonna build a house and your neighbor is better at doing the roof and the next friend who is next door, where they build up a place, him is better at doing the flooring. But you are good at, the sides and the windows and the doors. Of course, it is good to take away what is good from them. So you learn from them in regards to what not to do with the roof, and you learn from the next one what not to do with the floor. So it's good in the same way that you approach your everyday interactions with people as an opportunity to learn and grow and do better, because that is important to your development. Not only will this learning help you embrace and emulate positive values and attitudes, but it will support your own growth. And which is why, as you learn from others, what is important also for you to do is to support your peers, support, your friends when you see them do positive things. Encourage them. It will reinforce that notion to them that they are doing the right thing. And it will help them make better decisions, just like it will help you in the long run. And as we are on the point of friends, this is very important as well. Value your friendships. Every single one of them. Don't think that because one friend may have more to give or may have more things to say. No, value all your friendships, because each friend or each person that you interact with has value, has something valuable to contribute. It may not be what you need at the time, But there will be the time when you need that particular thing or that particular person. So value each and show them that you do. Show them to appreciate who they are. And you will find that people treat you the same way. It will be returned. I'm talking from personal experience. I've got a lot of friends. Some when I was going to school, for example, some of my friends weren't the brightest at school. But that didn't mean that me treat them different from the ones them who, were as bright as me, for example. No. Because what I learned was when I wanted to play, sometimes the ones who I would learn something from when we go playing football, for example, they weren't the brightest at math or English. So you have to value people because everyone comes with their own individual characteristics and skill sets. So learn to embrace your friends. They are important for you if you want to have a united and harmonious society. You lead your friends. If you want to have an enjoyable time, where you make great memories. Ask anyone around me and they'll tell you a lot of the memories that they sit down and talk about day to day. It include their friends. It's things and activities that they enjoyed with friends, things that they used to do. So value your friendships, definitely, and treat them well, treat them fairly and with respect, and also embrace the fact that your friends are different and have different point of views from you on the same particular matter. Because when your friends are saying different things, it makes you consider what you're thinking about, what your actions will be. Because if everyone's saying the same thing, then it's easy to just go along with that thought. But if you have people who are challenging your decision or challenging your point of view, then of course you will have dialogue and conversation, which leads to, finding more solutions and more options. When it comes to our friends, one of the things that always will happen is we'll have falling outs. It's inevitable. We fall out with oneself at times. I'm sure many of you, sometimes you make a decision and when you go back, you look funny and you say, boy, I wonder why I went do that. So recognize that you're going to have fallout with your friends. And this is where this particular point is important. Whenever you have a fallout with anyone, friend, family, a stranger, whatever, if you have a fallout, a difference, a disagreement, you need to take a moment to consider your response and how you're going to react. Now, I know I'm saying this and it may sound, like I'm talking it and, I'm not in this position, so it's always easier to say it. Of course, it's always easier to say it, but the more you practice doing this, the easier it becomes. You don't even think about it when the moment arises. When something happens, you don't even think about it. You just naturally follow through with the action. And that is why I am trying to reinforce this. Take a moment to consider your response. Because your response will either escalate the situation or lead to a solution. And in all cases, it's always better to find a solution than to escalate. Because escalation lead down a path which part we definitely don't want to go. So it's always better to take a moment. If you need to walk away, walk away. If you need to say something, take a moment before you say it. All people in Jamaica that say talk and taste your tongue, which simply means think about what you're going to say before you say it. Because the words you're going to say will have an impact on what happens next. So, what is your desired result? Oh, we want to fix this. We want to find an amicable solution that works for everybody. Okay, so what am I going to say? That's how you approach it. So definitely, talk and taste your tongue. Remember, when you have a disagreement with your friends or with anyone, winning is not the most important thing. Yes, everyone wants to feel like they get a satisfactory result. But we all can't win. Because when one wins, the other loses. And the loser will always feel aggrieved. So that is why you have to remember that winning is not everything. A lot of times you have your friends and you have a fallout, or you have a family and you have a fallout. What you need to find is a solution that compromises. A solution that works for both people. So Yeah, nobody may not be an outright winner. But at the same time, you all go away feeling that you receive some value from the solution that was made, or the solution that we came up with. So it's important to remember that just outright winning is not always the best thing. Now, if you have your friends and you see them having a go, and like I said, you value them, then you can't say you value them without doing this particular thing. Intervene. So this next point, intervention. Because intervention is a good form of prevention. And you're preventing things from escalating into the places that we don't want things to go. So it's always good to intervene whilst considering your own safety, whilst considering how you go about doing this. So if you're going to intervene, remember to intervene in a fair and balanced way. Not to appease the person where you like more, or not to appease the party where you think, they are more right. Intervene in a fair and balanced way. Because without intervention, that is when we have conflicts where escalate to the point where it gets so far and so bad that nobody can do anything about it anymore. Now all this, won't make a difference if we don't practice what we preach. So if I wasn't practicing all of these things, if you couldn't look around when you see me and say, yeah, this person is an individual. When time I look around, I notice that he respect people, he treat people with dignity. Go around and behave in a certain way where show contempt or disregard, to elders or to youngsters. But he treat everybody fairly and he treat people with a positive view and a positive mindset and a positive attitude. So what it means, you have to now be the change that you want to see in others. So the same things that I am talking about here, I have to also show them in my actions. And that's what I'm saying to you now as young people. Everything that you want to see happening in your community, you have to take it on board and say, I am going to be that too. So if you want to see everybody living in peace, you have to be a peaceful person. If you want to see people intervening to prevent things from escalating, you have to be willing to intervene to prevent things as well. So you have to definitely be the change that you want to see happening. Now, we couldn't talk about all these solutions without touching on this core principle, respect. And when I say respect, it doesn't mean, you just, the people in the spot you're familiar with, you respect them because if they talk to you about something, you will listen. No. Respect goes right across the board. It goes from elders, parents, older siblings, all the way down to those who are smaller than you. Be respectful. It is important. And you are respecting people not just because of who they are, but because it's a way to show that you appreciate who they are. And you appreciate them being a person that needs to be respected. Just the same way that you wants to be respected. That's the same way you have to show respect to others, same way. And the more you respect people, your juniors, your peers, the stronger your connections will be with others. Because as you grow older, these connections will follow you. They're gonna be a part of your life as you grow older. And the final point I want to make on this, in regards to solutions for young people, is just embrace your community. Embrace the place that you live and value it. Look around you, look at your community, think of the things that you'd love to see happening in your community, things that may not be happening, or things that may be happening that you wish could happen in a better way, and then be part of the solution that makes it happen. Don't forget, the community that you envision of having, the community that you'd want to see your kids grow up in someday, it can only happen if you become part of the solution. Your community needs you. Need all of you young people. You know, society itself cannot function without young people. And whatever you do has a great impact on the society around you. And remember this, because this is this is a crucial step. If you fail your community, you're failing yourself, you're failing your families, and your community itself will fail. So definitely embrace your community. Embrace being a part of the solution. Embrace being part of the reason why your community thrives and not why it goes downhill. So there you have it. Another weekend sharing some positive energy, sharing some positive thoughts, you know, and I hope all the people who've been watching this video, you know, all the people who've watched this video will be able to go out and share some of this, you know, and of course we welcome you sharing with us your thoughts on the video. And not just that, we want you to share your thoughts on the issues that we've raised in this set. You know, it's been a 3-part video, and we have to say, you know, thanks to everyone who've contributed to this. Thanks to all the people who've been reaching out and saying, you know, encouraging me to continue this, you know, to continue trying to be a part of the solution, you know, because when I started this, I didn't really know where I was going to go with it. But that is how life is. You know, sometimes it needs one person to make a step and then others will follow. So I just want to say thanks to everyone who've been reaching out to me with all the positive messages. You know, all the people who've sent their texts, who've called, all the people who've been, you know, getting on board with the movement and saying, yes, we need something like this. I definitely really appreciate all of you. And I just want to say thanks for watching our video. Catching you next time.